Even.
Pain Gun, Eldritch Blast, but they all sound like jingle bells on impact.
The smell of peppermint in the air on every hit.
Just absolutely destroying people with Eldritch Blast. Okay, that's 46 points of damage. There's just like a bloody mess, but it smells like peppermint, so it's okay.
It's all good.
We're live.
Holy shit, we're live.
Hello, everybody.
I'm airing out the chat. Tony said that his patron was Santa Claus.
Hello, everybody. I think
Hello,
you said that after we went
everyone.
live.
And also, why would you tell people that that was a secret for my character? People,
Dude, come on, man.
now everybody knows Tamron's patron is Santa Claus. It's canon.
The most well-kept secret.
It's canon. Hey, better than my secret in our Santa Day campaign where Tam had to be like, Jaden, shut up.
Oh, that's right. I haven't gotten a hold of that yet. We'll get there.
We'll get there.
Guys,
Well,
there's something I
hello,
need to tell you guys. No.
I mean, your hair looks nice. Oh. Sorry, everything's breaking. It's fine. Everything's fine. I'm being calm. I'm being have.
Bap.
So, how's everybody doing today? Everybody doing good?
Okay. No, just everything minimized. Nervous. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Jesus. Welcome back to the untold story of Meridian Collegium. Yay! This is our bi-weekly Wednesday campaign. My name is Jaden. I will be your DM for the evening. I go by he, him.
Hi, I'm Taylor. I'll be playing Julian, the party's inquisitive rogue. Both of us go by he, him.
Why, hello there. I'm Tony. He, him. And I play Tamarin Voss. Goes by she, her. Grave Domain Cleric.
Hi, everyone. I'm Ethan. I play the party's barbarian Cass, Path of the Berserker, and both of us are he, him.
Hi everyone, I'm Jaco. I go by he, him. I'm playing the party's evocation wizard. Also goes by he, him. His name's Adlo.
Awesome. And once again, Brian is out this week, dealing with some personal effects. Best of wishes. And then, if you're here for Saturday, Jay has unfortunately had to step away. So it's just going to be the five of us. Yippee. Yippees all around. It's not going to crash and burn in any capacity because I'm woefully underprepared. No way. I can budget with the best of them. But
You just call it improv. And then you're good.
yeah. It's just going to be my Michael Scott moment where I'm just going to keep whispering, I have a gun.
Yeah. Guys, be funnier. I have a gun.
I don't know, we've all had that moment when we're playing like D&D with a group or whatever, and you lose a player randomly, but it's like somebody who's playing like a really important role, like that your main frontliner or your main healer, and you're like, we might need to make some changes.
The team dynamic has shifted greatly. But yes, like I said, the Untold Story of Meridian Collegium, our bi-weekly Wednesday game that is going to be weekly for next week, correct?
Oh, you're
Ethan, are you
switching.
gonna be ready on the...
No. One more week.
Because you're going to be out of town next week, correct?
Yes, I will be very drunk, so...
Perfect
So, yes.
time to play D&D.
True.
I will be very drunk in the middle of nowhere, so it would be like trying to speak with someone who is like
Ethan
Dial
laying
up
out on a
internet.
field in the Discord call on his phone, like, so you guys go into the fucking.
Roll for initiative.
Who are we fighting?
I
Even
don't know.
funnier,
These
he was
demons.
like, whenever his like mic lit up in Discord, it was just dial-up noises from the 90s. Like it was just that during each interaction. Like you're like, oh wait, all right.
Oh, to figure it out. Slams more Jameson.
I drop for half the night, and then you just hear the accept the call from the jail.
The collect call. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody, we're gonna pause the stream here. We gotta go bail out the DM again.
Gotta go bail out the DM. Fucking
Gotta
in the
get 'em.
drunk tank again.
So yes, I will be back here next week, and then from there, Ethan will take over the following week, and we will alternate back and forth from there. So look forward to that. And then also we have our Saturday game every week, same bat time, same bat channel, 8:30 to 11 Central Standard Time. Landed that plane perfectly.
Good job, Sully.
But if we are all ready, let's jump into the untold story of Meridian Collegium, where last week you all conversated a little bit with a funny little shadow man who may or may not have your best interests at heart. And then he asked you to prove yourself, to prove your capabilities, in which case you entered combat with 4 spectral undead figures that were reminiscent of the young 4 founders of Meridian Collegium. You were able to strike team efficiently dispose of the 4 threats, at which point the shadow figure came back, almost gave you a couple of answers, and then as you walked away, were left with one seeming recording of something that you may or may not have witnessed, and are left once again with more questions than answers. As you left the tomb, question mark, and walked back into the alchemy lab, you ran into Headmaster Noctis and Professor Korvik. And as they tried to ask questions, something seemed to affect them that took them off of your tail. And from there, you were released from detention, told to enjoy your weekend, and to get ready because Bastion tryouts are next week. Yay, everybody's excited. It is the talk of the town. From there, a couple of you did some investigation, did a little bit of research, and that is where we are going to start picking up tonight. So, you have the weekend, and then you have Monday and Tuesday, and tryouts are Wednesday. So, you have a few days of just being a student before the big day. What are we doing with our time? I think we'll
can go
start.
first.
I was about to say, yeah,
Okay.
let's start with Cass.
Yeah, Cass is pretty set on ensuring he gets on the team. So he is basically going to be spending like at a minimum like 8 to 10 hours a day just practicing, exercising, and then just like if there's any kind of like pickup games or something like similar to of
Got you.
effect.
Yeah, sparring matches, something like that.
Yeah, just everything he can do to be ready.
Okay. Let's make this a little bit interesting, shall we? So you've got what? Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. You've got 4 days of practice, and then tryouts are the afternoon of the 5th day. What? Let's roll 4 athletic checks. And then we'll add them together, and so far above 60, you'll get a bonus, and so far below 60, you'll take a negative for overworking yourself.
4 of them.
Yep.
Okay, not bad.
Okay.
Strong start.
Okay.
I don't. Why does it give me advantage? Oh, because I still have my rage. Okay, so that should be a 13 on the second one.
Okay.
10. 16, not great.
Okay, so that's 34, 44.
Oh, it's 60 on the dot.
On the
Holy
nose, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, well
Victory?
practiced. You are loose, you are limber, you are ready to go, but you couldn't quite gain anything new. You are just as good as you went into it, but you are at least ready and prepared. And I believe, Adlo, you had some fun stuff you wanted to do.
Oh, yeah. So Adlo, after sort of that whole interaction, right, in that sort of sub room, and then the shadowy figure, and then sort of it covering for us, and sort of affecting the headmaster and the professor and all these things. There's obviously more to learn here. So we wanted to, with that sort of hinting from you, DM, in and around the restricted section of the library. First and foremost, he's going to try to check out every possible angle there would be to get in there as soon as possible. If that's joining a club, if it's doing errands for some of the professors, if it's, doing extra, stuff around the collegium in order to sort of gain favor with the right people. So he's trying to figure out the right angles, however that needs to look. Maybe the first day is doing a bunch of research to try to figure out what is the best angle of attack, and you could let me know what that needs to look like. And then beyond that, if there's spare time, especially if we're going to bed, and being an elf, he only has to meditate for 4 hours in the evening, so probably be making a alternate backup spell book for himself, which is a wise decision for anyone.
Got you. So as far as the library goes, like I said, there's scroll masters and librarians and scholars there at any hour of the day. And the answer that they give you as far as getting access to the restricted section is pretty cut and dry, that as a student, really the only way that you will be able to get direct access to the restricted section would be to be accepted into a dynasty and then be appointed a steward, which is kind of like the student president of each dynasty. There's only 3 or 4 every year. So you would kind of have to brown nose your way pretty far into one of the dynasties before you would be able to be given official direct access.
Gotcha. Okay.
Go ahead and roll me. Call it either insight or investigation.
Ooh. I'm going to go with investigation on that. So that would be a 12.
12. Okay. While you're, spending a couple of days here and there, trying to figure this stuff out, you do notice that there are, like I said, those scholars and those scroll masters, they kind of come and go through the restricted section. You never see them bring anything out, but they are able to kind of walk themselves in. You wonder, you might be able to kind of lean on one of those scholars, and if you can get in their good favor, they may not be able to give you access, but they may be able to bring you something kind of on the low. But it would be risky. You'd be putting your neck out quite a bit.
I'd be putting their neck out quite a bit as well.
Right.
Okay, yeah. All right, so in desperate times, sort of I have an option there. Probably won't pursue something like that because I like being here. I've got my own agenda here, and it's viable to my own future anyway. So it's just getting kicked out isn't exactly on the top of my list. Other than that,
again, you wouldn't be able to get direct access, but there are clubs and there are sort of research groups within the Collegium. You might be able to find one that's doing some sort of history adjacent work that may be able to, request of the school very specific books from the restricted section. And again, you might be able to kind of fudge some paperwork there. But again, it would be... It kind of turns a little bit nebulous on how effective that would be based on any given day, any given player, whatever, what have you.
So that kind of... Okay, so thinking about all that, I think the short-term goal then for him would probably be, maybe in that last day before we kind of arrive at the present, it would probably be focusing on what would be of the best ways for, I guess, him as his character to gain access to one of the houses. Because that seems like the most reasonable approach out of potentially getting kicked out for fudging the numbers on a potential book that may not help it. You know what I mean? There's so many what ifs. So playing the smart plan is probably going to be, how do I join a house that works for me?
Got you. Kind of the running truth in Meridian Collegium is that the first and most efficient way to join a dynasty is during entrance exams. That is where 80% of it happens. You know, the Legionnaires see you during that week-long entrance exam. They pick the ones that they think are best and invite them to join their dynasties. It is something, if you are uncommitted, you are allowed to retake the entrance exam every year. So at the start of your second year, you are allowed to retake the entrance exams to kind of try to show your worth to the Legionnaires. Besides that, there are a few cases each year of students just kind of showing their stuff, whether it's in a Bastion tournament, whether it's getting spectacular grades in a specific subject, whether it's, you know, performing great feats of heroism or, you know, historic tale during the school year. The Legionnaires will approach students one-on-one and invite them personally. It doesn't happen very often, but it does happen a few times each year.
Cool. All right. Yeah, good to know. I'll put that in my pocket and sort of see what happens organically.
I will say, about, let's say, kind of into Sunday night, Monday morning, as you are, you know, sitting in the library trying to find what your options are, transcribing your spell book, you look up at one point and you do see on the far side of the library a book open, but very obviously not reading it and just looking over the book at you, is another high elven man with a very particular bob cut.
Gonna sort of do one of these, just sort of. Give him the. I see you. I see you.
He gives up his act, and he'll close the book, which is on Orcish poetry. He doesn't speak Orcish. Closes it and just puts it sideways on top of the bookshelf, and he'll come over to you.
Like as you're approaching, like seeing it's like not even put back, right? Just like, why? Like,
it's fine. Someone comes through and they'll get it, I'm sure.
What do you want?
I was just interested in what you were doing. That's all. Just a little harmless fun. What are you doing?
I've eliminated most of my choices down to gaining access to the library. Restricted section is joining Dynasty. Or getting in the pocket, or at least the good graces of a professor or some of the scribes. So that's essentially where I'm at with that. The rest is making a copy of the spell book because preparedness is efficient. What do you want?
And he'll sort of look at the book splaying that you have going on.
Just like actively.
Interesting. Well, if it's good graces that you need into, maybe, just maybe I could help. I mean, it's pretty simple for me to put my neck out on one. What are you looking for?
See, that's the problem. I don't know what it is I'm looking for. I just know that our next plausible leads are likely in the restricted section. What do you get out of all of this? Because your presence is very chaotic.
a little bit of fun, a little bit of I don't know. That's the point of chaos, right? None of us know.
Well, we are by far the smartest people we know. So, I could propose that we work together to reach each other's ends, if that helps.
Sure. How about this? How about I try to sneak into somebody's pocket, and we'll see if I can sneak you in with me.
I would like to be as clear about this as I possibly can. A legitimate chaperone in which there's no risk of expulsion for specifically me, but obviously both of us makes sense. Because I'm out of consent. I think that when you don't know what to do, you ask for help. Which I give you credit for coming over and asking of me. Taken.
Well, maybe. Yes. I will figure something out first. Let's, as you say, tread lightly first, but I'll see what I can do for you. And then I'll see what you can do for me.
Very well. I guess I'll speak to you soon.
And he just kind of stares at your book for a moment as you have clearly dismissed him. Oh, yes. I'm supposed to skulk away now, aren't I? Pretend like you didn't see me. And he walks away.
Okay.
Taylor,
Yes, sir.
you know, fuck it. The timeline is not set in stone. Time is meaningless in this campaign. Give me a good old emphasis roll. Roll me 2d20 and we're going to take the one furthest from 10.
All right. Of what? Just full flat out?
Just 2d20.
2d20s, yeah. This is a
BAM!
Lee
18.
Mulligan special.
Yep.
Nice.
18. Eris is a steward.
No.
At the start of this year, she was accepted as a House Keelan steward.
All right. Then if my friend Jeko's time is over, I would love to go and try to contact my sibling.
Yeah. I will say, before you do that, you go back to your room to start setting up your
The board,
conspiracy, the board, yes. And as you're doing it, you look over and there is a small parcel sitting on a desk that it's not yours. It's not your cloth. You don't remember setting anything there. It's just sitting on your bedside table.
Well, and I'll go and I'll open it up.
You unwrap it, and there is a notebook, and you open it up, and there is fully unintelligible chicken scratch in it. And you flip through a couple more pages, and you feel a lump towards the back of it stuck between one of the pages. And so you flip it to where that lump is, and a rusty Meridian Collegium pen rests between the pages of the book, with a hastily scrawled note that says, "Can't explain, I think they found me. Bryce."
Oh. Huh. All right. I'm going to keep a hold of the journal in my secluded little cubby, and I'll keep the pen on me in one of the many pouches that I have for daggers. I hope the best for that young boy. And I'll rip out the page that says, they found me, and I'll put that on the board and connect it to his image.
Yeah, I'll say your interaction with Adlo was probably late Saturday night, so you've got all day Sunday and Monday to go and speak with your sister.
Great. I will do so.
Excellent. Do you send word for her, or do you just try to find her in the school?
I'll wing it.
Okay.
I'll go out first, trying to find her, and then I'll send out feelers.
Fine, I'll do it myself.
Yeah, give
I'll
me
find you.
give me an investigation.
All right, a standard check that I make all the time. That's whispered on accident, but that's a 26, which
Yeah,
is a natty.
Yeah, that's a natty.
Nice.
All right. So you're a first year. This is a big ass academy. The chances of you running into your sister just on a whim are so infinitesimally small. But you're running through the halls that you see some of the upperclassmen more frequent than others, kind of a rule of deduction. You're running through and you're starting to get to the point where you can't make out what wing of the building you're in or what building of the building you're in. And you start to get to a point where you're like, shit, I don't know how I'm going to make it back to my homeroom. And then from down the hall, you hear, you lost already.
No, I think I'd take a left back. Oh, there you are.
Hello, brother.
And I'll gleefully approach.
She brings you in for a very brief hug.
Yeah, then. How are you doing? How's today going?
Oh, it is wonderful, and I can only imagine it's going to get better now that you're here.
Yes, I have a favor to ask.
Ooh, I do love a favor.
Yes. Let's say that things got complicated, and I might need in a restriction section of a library.
Oh, you have gotten into something deeply complicated.
Here's the fun part. If we can add a +1, I think that we'll be set.
Oh, you want... Oh, you don't just want a book from the restricted section, you want in the restricted section.
I think it would be simplest if we were just able to take a little peek. Now, not saying that we have to take anything. Of course, we don't want to bind your hands, as it were. I know you just got in.
Oh, they could bind me if they tried. But it is quite the large ask. Ooh, but it means it's going to be quite the large favor you owe me.
Yes, it is a two-way street that we pass. And of course, I'm always good on my word, and you know that I took the fall last time when you asked.
Yes, you did, and I am thankful. And I've gotten better since then, so... The restricted section... Do you at least have any idea what you're looking for? There's several libraries in here, and some are easier than others, but they don't hold the same things, and so... what's the damage? What are we looking at here?
We're looking for history. Specifically history about founders and situations they may have been through. And maybe the construction of the Collegium itself.
Her eyes go kind of wide for a second, and a very soft, shit-eating grin crosses her face. You want to know about Malin, don't you?
When you're looking for why the totem pole is carved, you always look at the base of it, don't you?
Sneaking my little brother and a random +1 into the restricted section that holds the history of the most powerful founder of Meridian Collegium. Give me a week.
All right. Take your time, of course. I don't want too many toes to be stepped on, or subtle lines to be crossed. We like to uphold the image that we keep, don't we?
Fair enough, but I do mean it. I have gotten quite a bit better. And as she says that, you hear a falcon's call in the nearby window. And as you turn to look at it and turn back to her, she's gone.
You see, that's what I was supposed to do. I tried. I just told him not to. All right, how do I get out of here? And I'll try to leave, just to return.
It takes you not a painfully long time, but like just to the point where you're just to the point where you're starting to feel a little bit embarrassed about how long it's taking you, and then you find your way back to the first year's ward.
And I'll try to find Adlo again. Same bat place, same bat channel.
Where it's are we
So this
is it Sunday?
Sunday
Yeah, it's Sunday now. Okay. I could be in like a mess hall or something. You know what I mean? I could be eating somewhere, and I think around that time I usually have like the same thing portioned out the same way in like this one sort of end of the table by the window type deal. So you could probably find me. Yeah.
You and Cass need to get together on your meal planning.
Casually, just a casual little coffee and chat. Yeah, no, he'll just approach as you're in a mess hall eating. I have great news for you.
That was fast. But what news do you have?
I'm quick on my feet, and I like to keep a reputation. We're good. Give it a week.
Okay, that's a start. At the lead, it is a bit of yarn to pull on, and I think that you might find some purchase at the end of it. So this is good.
Oh, and don't worry about thinking about a book. We're in.
Oh, does change things, but for the better. Now this is my least favorite part about our interactions in general is now what do I owe you for this?
We'll get there when we get there.
Yeah, I hate this. Yeah, okay, fine.
And he walks away.
All right. And then, last but not least, what is Tamarind up to?
So everyone's doing, really important things. So Tamarind's gonna follow suit. So throughout the whole week, while everybody's, running about doing tasks, you'll see Tamarind under a tree asleep. You'll see her on a bench in the outside somewhere asleep. Sometimes you'll be walking around and on top of a building, you might see her leg. Let's see here. Besides that, not much. She has completely painted her room. Did not ask for permission or anything. Just absolutely just started painting inside of her room. Do we have roommates or is it singular rooms?
Yeah. You don't anymore. They
Yes.
immediately requested a transfer on the first day.
Yeah. So her room is just got crazy black runes and all kinds of weird figures painted all over the wall. If you look closely, you can see that all of them are depictions of the group, but very awful, mangled versions of everyone.
Jesus. And then, okay, so not sleeping around, but you are around asleep. Does Tamarind go to class at all?
Yes. Tamarind goes to class and in class has her head down and doesn't look like she's paying attention, but if you notice that she literally has her familiar perched on top of her head and is pretty much telling her everything that's going on. It's her note taker.
Yeah. Give me a perception check for your familiar.
Gotta see if they even get anything. No, I'm just gonna roll a d20 and we'll.
Hope for the best.
Pretty good.
17.
Pretty good.
During one of your classes, what is it? Widow?
Yep,
Widow has already finished taking your notes. There's only a few minutes left in class, and so there's just a little bit of the errant gossip that goes around from time to time. And Widow kind of taps you to be like, pay attention, listen to this. And so you kind of focus up for just a moment and listen into what they're talking about. And you hear a couple of the girls in the back of the class whispering, do you think he's going to be at the tryouts? I hear he's supposed to be, the best of the... He's supposed to be... he's supposed to be an Aurelius. Do you think we'll get a chance to see him? Stop. If he looks at me, I might die. And just more of that kind of chatter. There's apparently some bigwig on campus.
Her head will start to lift up and keep lifting and keep lifting till it's completely backwards and looks at them and goes, who are you talking about?
One of the girls immediately passes out.
Nice.
Just
Oh no.
out cold.
Do I need to do anything? Do I need to heal her? Is she okay?
No. We heard what happened with the last girl. I will take her to the nurses.
Starts getting closer. Starts to get closer and closer to her. And,
No, stop.
Who?
Give me.
I need to know who you're talking
Just a-
about.
Vamping.
Yeah, Vamp, while I desperately try to remember where I put this in my notes.
Black ink starts to gush out. No, I'm just kidding.
Flood the classroom. I said, tell me. As you start to walk towards her, and she kind of like hits clutches her pearls.
I'm trying, I'm trying to be very nice. So I'm smiling real big, trying to be very, very nice.
His name is Taborus Aurelius. He's supposed to be the descendant.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Can I go now? I'm like not looking you in the eye.
Sure, I don't see why not.
Okay,
And then again, she keeps trying to smile.
She just scoops up her friend and like drags her body out of the classroom.
I could have killed the friend. I don't understand. Starts looking around at the class to see if there's anybody else.
Nope. After the scene you just made, everyone is locked in on their desks, just waiting to be dismissed.
I walk by and look at somebody and like, oh, that is not right. You took the wrong note there. And then just like with her finger, just scribbles the right actual notes on the paper and walks back to her seat.
Thanks. Oh shit, she's right.
You lift the page and like the ink is like stained through every prior page all the way to
Flips
the
the
back.
journal and just every page is bled through. His entire journal now has a 37 in that one particular spot all the way through.
And the worst part about it is every now and then the ink just pulses.
Grody. Is there anything else that we are getting up to, or are we fast forwarding to Bastion tryouts? Going once, going twice.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
All right. So you all wake up on Wednesday morning, and already there is a buzz in the air. Like I said last time, we fucking love Bastion here in the Aether Reach. I mean, you've got visitors from out of town coming just to watch the tryouts. It is that big of a deal. This is a whole city event. So you make your way down to the arena, auditorium, the big ass room in the back of the college.
The atrium.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, big room, big ceiling. Go Mets. And as you walk in, again, there are stands kind of up on the second ring, completely filled through. People wearing different colors for the different dynasties, chatting amongst themselves. There's murmurs through the crowd. And then kind of down the way a little bit, there is a small kind of dwarvish figure, just kind of sitting at a table, kind of half asleep, with a stack of entrance paperwork. As you guys approach, you kind of, "Hey, you're here to try out for the teams?"
I know that I certainly am. Where do I sign up? Right here?
Just kind of lazily hands you a paper. Name, dynasty, Who to contact if you break a leg, usual stuff.
Delightful. What a kind gentleman.
Estia. You see what their paper is, and he kind of leans back, starts to nod back off.
Just like walk over and hold it up and go, what is this? Who is this?
Bastion. You know, the game. What with the, you know, every place has to have a sport. Bastion.
Is it good?
Well, one of my brothers was a competitor. He said that it was fun. And,
Fun.
with a little bit
Okay,
of
yes. And then
pushing.
just starts to sign.
That was easier than I thought it would be.
It goes against my principles as a whole, because I despise this whole concept, but I will be signing up as well. Can I have another one of those pages, please?
I hand you a page.
Thank you.
Wait, you despise the principle of having fun?
No. It's, the pageantry of such organized sports. I don't know if it adds up to anything, but if I can get recognized, if I do well, it can align with my ideals. So, lesser evil, I suppose. Here you go. It's like as I hand in the Barry giving off like this is beneath me. Like nobody should do this.
As you fill out the paperwork and you go to hand it back to the dwarf, and the rest of you, that's all kind of. I assume you're all filling out the paperwork around the same time. But as you go to like hand it back to the dwarf, there's like nowhere to sit it. And then as you kind of look at it and it's all finished filling out, the paperwork, like flash paper, just kind of into smoke, and the smoke coalesces onto your chest, and you all have been given a number.
And does
Tries to wipe it off.
does the headmaster come and calmly ask us what we're up to?
Did you put your name in the Bastion tryouts? No. There's several members of staff around, and once they see that you all have gotten your lot number, they will lead you kind of to a side chamber and kind of start walking you through, this is a tryout, do your best. You're not trying to kill anybody. Walks you through. There's 5 stations. We're going to walk you through in groups. We'll call lots. Once the tryouts are done, once we're finished, you will all collect back in here, and then we will go through the selection process. Any questions?
What's the selection process entail?
Right. So once we've begun, there are 5 stations that we will all work through. We'll draw random numbers. You'll be paired with other students who are applying. Some is in groups, some is by yourself. During this, you will see, and she kind of points up, and on that second story, there are 4 luxurious box seats. And sitting at those seats are the 4 legionnaires, as well as the captain of each dynasty's Bastion team. While you're doing your stations, they are going to be watching you and grading you on whatever metrics they deem appropriate. And then once we're all done and gathered back in here, they will come in and they will announce who makes the team, makes first string. Those students, there's usually only 1 or 2 per team, just kind of replacing the 5th years that graduated last year. And then from there, they will announce the scores publicly. And then kind of in a sort of draft style, pick a small handful beyond that to be sort of the reserves that you still get to be part of the team, you still get to practice, but you don't usually get to play in the games. And then if you don't get selected, well, there's always next year.
All right. Can I make an insight check in this moment to kind of see the Legionnaires for their baseline? like how they're feeling about this organization before anyone has done anything to get a baseline reaction of how they're doing.
Yeah, sure. $14. Okay. And I will also take this moment because I don't think I've described the Legionnaires yet.
No.
So, again, like the 4 dynasties named after the 4 founders, there are 4 Legionnaires. The first one of the dynasty of Aurelius, his name is Kaham Steelrender, a massive orcish man wearing a simple leather harness with a massive warhammer on the back, very simple canvas pants, barefoot, scars running across several parts of his body, and he's just kind of leaned back, seems intrigued but not attentive. Again, Aurelius is the dynasty of power. They are one of the better performing Bastion teams in the school just by merit of what they stand for. Standing next to him is the current captain of the Dynasty of Aurelius's Bastion team, a boy by the name of Rowan Kessler. He's a human man, early 20s, short brown hair, a very unassuming figure, all things considered, but just kind of a buff dude, simple face, simple smile, kind of chatting with Kaham absent-mindedly. They seem just patiently waiting. Nothing positive or negative. Wrapping to the next, the Dynasty of Corvin, their current legionnaire, Vaemir Uladon, a wood elf woman, very thick robes in a multitude of colors, wearing these glasses that the glass in them almost seems to be made of a crystalline structure. It's not smooth. Fully disinterested, doesn't really care. It's public record. It's not terribly surprising. Vaemir is the Collegium's historian and Adeptus Arcanum, master of the arcane arts. So, doesn't really care about Bastion, but yeah, there's enough students in her dynasty that want to play it, so she comes and supports them, but like doesn't really seem to care. No captain present. Rotating to the Dynasty of Keelan, the current legionnaire goes by the name Nareen, who is a dryad, a forest spirit. Very simple white clothes, kind of hair permanently billowing in the wind, these very bright autumnal colors. Deep, deep tan skin and bright green eyes. And it's just kind of sitting there, you know, waving at some of the people she recognizes. Not interested, but, you know, entertaining those that are. Like, is happy that other people are happy to be here, but isn't really caring personally. Again, no captain, but, again, Eris, one of the newly appointed stewards, is up there talking to her in a similar boat. Eris does not give a shit about Bastion in the slightest. She had to listen to your older brother talk about it all the time, and she's just like, I can't be bothered. And then the last, who we've met previously, Logan Arturo, the current legionnaire of the Dynasty of Thorn, a lithe, wiry human man with wet, mop black hair, but like a bright amber eye. Often, not now, but very often seen in like what are they called? The wall keepers in Game of Thrones, like that giant black, thick black coat robe. And he's just, you can't tell if he's asleep or just like off in la-di-da land, because he's just kind of 1,000 yards staring.
I just start waving.
Waiting for it to start.
I just start waving at him.
Does not acknowledge.
Thorny! Thorny!
She shouts that, it all but confirms he's probably asleep.
All right.
I know that person.
I can tell you very clearly shouted his name at it. All these people look disinterested.
Yeah, I thought this was supposed to be fun, but they all look very bored.
Well, nothing has happened yet. I can see why they would be bored.
Shouldn't it still be exciting, though? There's all these people.
Oh, well, I mean,
Also-
none of us clap whenever you ride a bike, right?
I would clap for you.
You are just lovely.
Also, I don't know what I'm supposed to do here.
What? They'll guide you to your station and they'll explain what you're supposed to do. And as she's like getting ready to finish explaining that, there's a very loud boom, boom, and a deafening roar of applause goes out through the crowd. Kaham Steelrender talking with his captain, the horn goes off, and he looks out at the crowd, and his eyes get real wide, and he leaps from the second story, and there's a shockwave as he lands in the center of the arena. Oh boy! Are we ready for a bastion? And a deep roar of applause. He was waiting for his chance. This dude is pumped to be here now.
See, this is more of what I was expecting.
All right. Calm down. We've got some talented men and women here tonight looking for their chance at glory. Looks over at the small group. I mean, he is 7.5 feet tall, and looks over at all of you first-year students. We've got a lot of men and women here tonight who are gonna try their best. All right, it's time to start pulling lots. And a couple of attendants bring out just a box that is, to them, obstinately large, but you realize it's because he's gonna draw lots and they had to make a box big enough for him to fit his hand in.
Oh, they didn't just do the bingo ball, steel caged.
Nope. It is a massive wooden box with like a 4-foot hole in the middle.
Yeah.
And he reaches in and pulls out tiny little strips of paper and starts calling lots and calling numbers and pointing kids to go to different staff members. They've set up several of these stations throughout. You all are probably not going to be playing together specifically unless otherwise told so, but we'll run them at the same time because you're all doing the same thing. But they start getting everything ready, and the first part of the tryouts is called the wall. You are gathered in groups of 3, and you are told to stand in a circle that's about 5 to 10 feet in diameter, and then they wheel up 3 to 4, depending on, they kind of judge based on how big the kids are. 3 to 4 like training mannequins. And then a few of the staff will cast a simple spell and they will animate. And it is simply, these mannequins are going to try to attack you and push you out of the ring. You have to stay in the ring for 5 rounds, doing whatever you deem is the best way to stay in.
Okay.
Any questions?
No?
What a move.
Okay. And then going forward, as we're doing all of these, I will tell you what is the kind of default way to handle this. If you have any other creative things you want to pull, you are all for it. I didn't get to say it because I jumped the gun on myself. The lady in kind of the holding room would have told you it is better to be creative than to be successful. The Legionnaires are looking for creative thinking and for problem solving more than they are just looking for somebody who can take some hits. But if you do-
Oh no.
Listen, it is not a bad trait to be stalwart and just a ass kicker, but they want... It would be a boring sport if it was just nothing but barbarians beating the shit out of each other, okay?
Hey, speak for yourself, all right?
Listen, you didn't ask for
just do it better than
WWE.
anyone else.
Yeah.
Surprise
Right,
them.
just simply be the best there ever was.
Easy, right?
Cake.
Is use of everything allowed, like magic, weapons, whatever?
Yep.
All right.
The only thing that is forbiddenly, like, a no-no is directly hindering somebody else in your circle. Like, you can't, like cut somebody's Achilles to force them to fail. You'll immediately be disqualified.
You can't sabotage
Yeah.
participants. Got it. Okay.
Oh,
But whatever
gosh.
you can do to make yourself better, no holds barred.
All right.
And I didn't build the specific stations, but just throw yourselves on the map so we can roll initiative.
Hooray.
I forgot to make a token for the training dummies, so we're just going to use not one of the shades because that's broken. You know what? Thanks for your help, Bryce.
Wow, just
He will
gonna
be
call
the
Bryce
training
a
dummy
dummy.
one. Sure
Wow.
did. All right, let's get some initiative a rolling. What? Oh, did I not clear from the last one? Is that what's happening here?
Hmm?
No.
Looks
I think-
right.
Yeah, it's right.
Oh, a
Your
couple
ours-
of you
on
are
ours
on there
might be
twice.
different than ours.
Yeah, my apologies. I'm going to clear it and just roll it and type it back because it buggy.
Sure.
I'm going to lose it.
Don't worry, I got the same number. Price.
What was my original?
All right, we all got our correct initiatives in.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna roll twice actually, so I'm gonna go.
You had a 3 and then a 14. Yeah, right.
All right.
All right.
So as they, bring out the mannequins, animate them, and you can, like I said, there are dozens of these little setups spread across this big arena. Like most, if not all, of the participants are running at the same time in some capacity. But Kaham, again, standing out in the middle, claps his hands loudly. You can feel the shockwave through the air for a brief second, and the constructs whir to life and start going. And we're gonna get her started, starting with Adlo. Is there anything you do, I guess, in a sort of surprise round before the constructs can get fully animated?
I see. That's the thing. Not knowing what the constructs are sort of capable of. I think for the interim is going to sort of just like take the dodge action and sort of rotate a little bit, and sort of watch and see how they operate.
Got you. Okay.
Just immediately hit him. Dispel magic.
No. All right, Julian.
General form of these beings, is it like small platform on wheels, long tube, arms, or is it like full humanoid shape?
Yeah, think of like like anatomy puppets, sort of mannequin-esque, like form, like not detailed, but actual humanoid shape. The arms are a little bit longer than normal, but roughly humanoid in form.
If they haven't started moving yet, I would love to get a sense on how their joints work, just as my action.
Okay, yeah, give me that good old investigation.
I will have advantage on this. 17.
17. It is, for all intents and purposes, a fairly simple ball and socket joint. As you peer a little bit closer, it is as effective as it is because there is what is effectively a very thin layer of kind of like arcane padding between the actual ball and the pieces that connect to the ball that allow them to move in any direction.
Ah, okay. Good. And I will take a great hint and get in that low stance and pull a knife from the rib cage and take the dodge action as a cutting action. And that'll be the end of my turn.
All right. Next up, we have Cass.
Yeah, Cass is gonna run towards the mannequin.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
right.
He will dash, and then that will be his turn.
Sorry, you were in a 10-foot circle.
Yeah, it's like a little arena per person.
Yeah,
not
you were put in a circle. The mannequins are surrounding you, and they're trying to knock you out of the circle.
Got it. Okay, I was thinking it was like.
My apologies.
No, you're good. I probably just missed that.
Let me see if I can.
Do you want me to reposition myself back into the inner circle? Because I just put myself in an outer ring as well.
What would it be? Hiya. We'll call that 10. It's 15 feet. Fine. It's a 15-foot circle. Close enough. Oh. Not bad.
Look at my own circle. Blackjack and hookers.
In that case, yeah, Cass he's gonna go on the offensive, and instead of trying to like fight against it, he's just gonna straight go into like trying to like grapple it and take it to the ground.
Okay.
It'll
Yeah, give me an attack.
Uh, 23.
God damn.
23. And so remind me how, am I remembering this correctly? Grapple is still an attack action. You just then do the grappled condition instead of damage.
I believe so. I'll double check though.
Yes.
But yes, a 23 hits.
Yeah, they changed it to now it's you declare and then forgo damage to grapple.
Right, okay.
Or with Tavern Brawler, you do the damage and also grapple.
Right.
Yeah, well, we'll do that then. Yeah, 5 damage. He's gonna try and just like bend this thing and like bend like the knee the opposite way to try and like fully incapacitate this mannequin.
Okay. You
And
so
then
you run, you shoot the knee. You will learn what Julian learned when he deduced it. The way that these joints are created means there is no like hyperextension. The joints can bend in any direction. It is a ball and pivot joint. But you do, just in the kind of impact, you do a little bit of damage to the wooden structure of this training dummy, and you have it locked into place.
Awesome. Yeah, that will be his turn.
All right. Next, the mannequins go, and we will start with Cass, since you're the one that just hit it. And it is going to... I really should have made a sheet for these, and all of the prep that I didn't do that. 14 to hit?
14 will miss.
Okay, it goes to slam onto you, but you're kind of too close for comfort, and it misjudges the hit. You see one of the guys that's in the circle with you catches one straight in the rib cage and just gets thrown out of the ring. 5-10 feet out of the ring already. Kind of grasping his ribcage and wheezing in pain. We'll go just, I guess, reverse order. Julian, to you, it's going to try to knock you out.
Disadvantage.
22 to hit. Or sorry, at disadvantage.
Yes, I took the dodge as a bonus.
Psych 4?
Oh,
a natty 1?
Definitely not. I'm gonna swirl around the hit.
Yeah, it had already start the hit motion, and then you just ducked, and so it just boom, clean over you. They are simple constructs. They do not adapt quickly. Next to hit Adlo, also at advantage, an 11.
Is that let's see here. No, an 11 would miss, so I am also dodging. So would it be a straight roll?
No, that was at disadvantage.
Oh, that was a straight. Yeah, okay, yeah, no. That is a miss.
Okay, yep.
Bobbing.
You guys had enough time to think, and so you were able to kind of see the attacks coming. And lastly, it's going to try to hit one at Tamarind for another natty 1. Tam, what did you do to me?
I cursed you.
I'll just... No, this one, kind of a little bit of an older model, maybe. The magic is a little bit simpler. It goes to swing, and the joint doesn't fold out like it's supposed to, and just kind of womp.
I was gonna say, can I have it since it's a 1? I want it to hit me, and my arm does the thing with the joint, and my arm swings back. Does the full wobble.
You go to block it, it hits your arm, and your arm just full clock.
Yep.
Several members of the crowd just, oh! You see, like, one of the medic staff starts to run out and then sees you smiling and slowly backs back up. Through several of the other rings, you hear cries and grunts. You are seeing several kids in several of the rings getting knocked out. There are a few, much like Cass, who have kind of started like taking the first move and getting all up in their business. There is a myriad of performances going on here. And we move on to Tamarind.
Okay, Tamarind is going to do first a bonus action. She's gonna her hand swings back around. She comes out and pulls out all that black ink, and then just shoves it into the creature. And I'm going to use Path of the Grave ability.
Interesting.
Then that is going to give it disadvantage on saving throws for until it comes back to my round. Action, I'm going to take all that black ink and grip my hand, and it's just going to start to get into all the orifices and just start to pull it down to the ground as I'm casting Ray of Enfeeblement.
Okay, and what is that save? It's going to make it disadvantage.
Yep, disadvantage. I think, let me check real quick. Ray of Enfeeblement, that is DC 13 con with disadvantage.
For a 2.
Okay. And so for a minute it has disadvantage on attack rolls and any damage that it does on me. Subtract a D8 from it.
Is it on just you, or is it any damage it deals?
It's any. It's the creature has this effect.
Okay.
So pretty much this creature is just, I have it just completely like venom spider webbed.
Gotcha.
And I'm just holding.
Heard. The crowd members who kind of gasped in horror as your hand fully dislocated and relocated have gone a little bit quiet. Because that was a sick fucking move.
Thanks.
And we return to the top of the round. Adlo.
Seeing how just dodging these, how like basic their attacks are, seems like that might just be the play. But he also knows that if he doesn't flourish a little. He's probably not going to get recognized. So we'll hold action.
You see the subtext of my whole. Oh, we lost Taylor.
Yeah.
He'll come back.
Yeah. Let's see. So let's see here. Do. Yeah, I guess might as well sort of do something. So I guess I'll use the first level spell, Chromatic Orb. Attack this thing and try to set it ablaze so it'll slowly sort of like get chewed away at. I continue to try to avoid it. So let's go ahead and send one of those out. For a 19.
Okay, yep, that hits.
Hey.
Whale fire damage. All right. Yeah. So
is there a second one available? Because I rolled doubles. I got 2 2s. So could I have it bounce to an additional?
Yeah, like I said, there are 3 or 4 of them per circle.
Okay. Yeah, I'd like to have it bounce and go for somebody. Let's say Tamarin. Whatever additional ones over by Tamarin, I'd like to have that bounce over and assist them as well.
Is there a specific range that you can bounce it to?
30 feet is the maximum that it can go.
Does
that seem in range, or should I pick something else?
Let's do another emphasis roll and see how close they set up these rings.
Okay.
We'll let dice tell the story.
So a 12.
It'd be 7. 7 is further from 10.
Oh, 7 is further. Yeah, you're right. 7.
Okay.
7 it is.
So yeah, specifically the ring Tamarin is just too far away. You could either do another one on your circle or just help out some random stranger kid on the ring next to you.
Nah, I'm gonna. If I can't help my own, I'm helping out myself. So I'll just go for another.
Okay.
In my own circle, so I will go ahead. That quick. Another 19.
Jeez Louise, yeah.
And that would be for 8 fire damage.
Okay. So the first one is hit for 12 and the second one's hit for 8. This one tries to swing at you. You do a little bit of a duck and a step back and just, hurling nothing but fucking gas straight to the chest of this first one and pull that magic and get it onto the second one. And you're starting to hear the oohs and ahs in the crowd. At a brief glance, the Legionnaires don't seem blown away, but just the sound of the crowd is doing something. You're not just maintaining the status quo.
Very good.
We will come back to Julian whenever Taylor gets his power back. Cass, you have got one of these locked at the hip.
Yeah, he's gonna try and perform a Bastion classic and try and decapitate one of these things by just trying to
just popping the head off.
Yeah, pop the head off basically to try and disable it. This is approved in the pro circuit, I swear.
Me and my brother came up with this move in the pool one summer.
Just make another unarmed attack.
Yeah, I don't know how Tavern Brother works. Does it just hit the thing, I guess?
16.
16 just hits.
For 6 damage.
All right.
And then... Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go. Anything else on your turn?
Yeah, he'll also just... What is the ring actually made of? Is it magic or is it a physical?
It's just a very kind of simple magic ring in the sand, in the floor. Okay. It's not raised or cut in or anything. It is just there to be don't cross the magic line.
Perfect. All right. Yeah, he'll just continue to keep this thing grappled and
Okay.
incapacitated.
Yeah, you kind of stand up from your hip position. You aren't able to get the head clean off, but you have got your arm wrapped around it, and you're starting to, torso and neck pulling in opposite directions, trying to get this thing to go down. I'm sure he'll be back in the call in just a moment. But... Oh, and you didn't reckless this time, so I can't hit you! Taylor, are you with us?
Sure. Oh, we're not.
Heard. It is your turn.
Excellent. I think I'm going to do the simplest option here. I am going to take my action to stab it and then offhand stab it again. And what I'm specifically aiming for is I'm aiming for those ball joints. I'm going to stick and leave.
Okay.
To try to hinder its ability to rotate by stabbing into the socket, into the arcane sigils.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry, a little. Great. One attack, a second attack.
A 16 just hits.
A nat 1 on that one is crazy. For awesome. For 8 damage.
Got
And I'm going to stick and leave that dagger in it.
All right.
And take my bonus action to disengage, to back up to see if that does anything to it, to prevent its motor capabilities. And that'll be the end of my turn.
All right. Next is the bots. So we will, again, just go down the line. Swing in once at Adlo. And you did not disengage this time, correct?
Correct.
Or dodge.
No dodge, yep, that's right.
A 22 to hit.
I'm just gonna have to eat that.
Okay. It will do... I should get better at using the clicky dice, but I just love typing it. It does 3 damage, and I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Okie dokie. A 5.
So it comes and it catches you right in the shoulder, and you take that hit, and it feels like that's all that's going to be. And you hear a sound you're familiar with of an arcane rune locking into place, and there's a secondary and it launches you 10 feet across, and you are shot out of the ring.
Oof.
Is what it is.
As you kind of roll, finishing that knockout, you look up, and the why am I so bad at remembering their names? Uladon, the Legionnaire of Corvin, does look down, and you see her kind of look at the magic and then look back at you. Just kind of pick her teeth. She wasn't looking at anyone before, so it's not nothing.
Yeah, I'm gonna be sort of like, this puts a wrench in the machine for me. So if it comes around to my turn on turn order, and I'm not if I'm not immediately removed from the arena, I'm scorching raying the remaining 3 that were around me. I'm just like very very aggressively fuck you to everybody, just like bam bam bam, and then leaving.
All right, we'll see how it goes.
Hold action on that.
Next is to Julian. Julian, genuinely, how far back would you have stepped to look to see if this worked or not.
Just a crisp 5 from where I was.
All right, then it is going to swing at you for 12.
12 misses.
12 misses. So it goes to swing with the arm that does not have the blade in it. And as it goes to swing, you're like, I'm out of reach. And that ball joint extends by 6 inches of either side, and the ball is floating in the air as you suddenly realize you are about to get clocked in the head. But because you had taken that step back, you have just enough time to get your head under it. As it... Boom, and the arm rescinds back to that normal humanoid length.
Alright.
The next would be Cass. This thing's gonna try to get you the fuck off of it. 15 to hit?
Nope.
It is really struggling to... You see the other ones just like absolutely battering the hell out of kids out of these other circles, and this one cannot figure out how to fold its arms to catch you as you are crawling around it like a fucking spider monkey. And then last one to hit at Tamarind. Ooh.
It has disadvantage on attacking me.
That is correct.
And feeble, man.
Ooh, there it is.
An 11.
It thought it got me.
Yeah. It swings wildly and stands proud, looking perpendicular to the circle.
Yeah, let's say, okay, so it was a crit that was a fail, so I say it swung and it like touched my cheek like it made contact, and then all that ink just yanked it and it stopped right by my face.
Yeah, hell yeah. That was gonna be really nasty, and I'm mad that I don't get to do it. But all right, then that is all back, or not quite back to the top of the order. Tamarind, it is your go.
So it's right next to my face right now, and I'm just going to put my hand on it and look at it, and we're gonna go with a tried and true, everyone's favorite, inflict wounds.
Hell
So you're going to need to make a con save 13.
And that's still at disadvantage?
No, not this time.
Okay.
Oh, and then I get to add more to that as well.
Don't fucking matter.
Okay, and then I
That's
get
a
to
2.
add an additional D4 to that. So it gets right here, it hits me like right on my cheek, and I just touch it, and you just see black, and I just open my mouth, and just acidic ink just shoots out of my mouth and starts burning this thing as do 13 necrotic damage to it.
13 plus 4, or is that with the 4 already?
9 plus 4, so 13.
Okay. Yeah. Where you touch it, that whole arm just turns to rotting wood and pulp and just falls apart. This thing is barely holding itself together.
And that's it for me.
All right. Back up to top. Adlo.
Yeah, I'm sticking with the script that I came up with there, which is I'm just sending scorching rays at all of them, and I'm just gonna walk towards like the arena exit. Like I'm out. You know what I mean? Like
Okay, yeah, roll your damage.
It is. So, thematically, do you want me to roll for attacks and damage? Or just damage.
Just damage.
Okay, so 11, and 8.
God damn! Oh my god!
Yeah, the first 2 that you set on fire, just gone, reduced to embers, and the third one takes that hit, and the one other kid, the first kid that was in the ring with you, immediately got launched out, and the other kid that's still standing sees you blow up these mannequins and set the third one on fire and just goes, thanks!
And I just sort of very like...
As you were doing that, a member of staff comes up and bear grabs you and
Of course,
wrenches you
of
out to
course.
the edge of the ring.
If anybody catches my face on the way out, it's just like just a shit-eating grin, just an absolute like I'm not really, he's not a very emotionally sort of like he doesn't wear a lot on his face or on his chest, but like with that, he's.
All right, Julian.
Combat is amorphous in its timeline. I'd like to reel back to when it has its ball joint still out. I'm gonna fucking take the knife that I had still out and fling it sideways up into that ball to try to dislodge it from where it is.
Okay. This will be at a slightly higher DC or
Absolutely.
armor class.
Of course. Yeah.
Doesn't fucking matter, I guess.
Holy shit.
Natty!
You know, I will just say, in place of rolling the damage, you see this thing swing out to you. It extends in a way that you weren't prepared for, and almost preternaturally, you move, get your hand behind the pommel, and just bing, and the ball just launches up into the stands. That part of the arm falls to the ground, and the mannequin itself, and just turns off.
Huh. All right. You! And I'll look at the other person in the ring, if there is anyone in my ring still.
Nope. I've been rolling those behind. You are alone.
Oh. God, I am going to sneak it around. No, I'm gonna try to get to the center of the ring and then just get low in that stance, and I'm gonna take a cunning action to dodge.
Okay. Cass.
Cass is gonna continue to try and rip this thing's head off.
Hell yeah.
Classic.
He wants that pulling like a cork out of a bottle sound.
Come on, Matthew
21.
Mercer, make the sound.
Oh yeah, right.
All right.
Yeah, not bad. Is that the damage? Jesus Christ!
No.
I was like, what the hell?
That's the roll. Yeah, no.
You rip the head
Why
off.
is everyone
and
now
it
running Tavern
explodes.
Brawler?
It does deal 7 damage though.
7 is just enough. You have one around the torso to hold the body in place and just get under this thing's chin and start pulling and pulling. And whatever the arcane equivalent of gears grinding, you just start hearing a loud whining noise and just send it scattering to wherever it goes as the rest of the mannequin falls to the ground. Inert.
What does the rest of the ring look like? Who's left?
There is one other kid in your ring who has taken a couple of hits but hasn't been managed to be pushed out, and either him or him and the other kid before he got knocked out managed to take out one of the other mannequins. So it's you and another kid versus one mannequin in your specific ring. You heard a bunch of explosions happen a couple rings over, and you glance over at Tamarin, who is just absolutely manhandling one of these mannequins.
He'll just kind of gauge his surroundings and then turn his attention kind of back to the mannequin in his ring and just kind of he's just gonna watch it play out a little bit before he decides to intervene.
Okay.
And that'll be his turn.
The mannequins were to life. Adlo, you are no longer here, so Julian, you're gonna have 2 attacks coming your way, both at disadvantage.
I am curious. Do either of these look messed with at all, or did my guys just do fucking nothing?
One of them has like kind of a scratch across the chest, and the other one is
God.
fucking pristine.
Jeez. Okay. We are on round 3.
Yep. Okay, 6 for the first hit.
Nothing.
And 7 for the second one. You are duck, dop, ditch, diving, and dodging.
Yep. You know me.
As again, both of these now extend their arms to try to get to you, and you are just... At one point, you have to hit the full matrix to get in between as they just... But you are in one piece. Cass. No? Okay. Yeah, you sit back to watch this, and the kid, he might even be a little bit older than you, sees you take apart that mannequin, glances over his shoulder, and goes, "Good job!" Boom! Straight to the side of the head, and gets, like, full scorpioned out of the ring.
Oh, God.
And then against Tamarind, disadvantage attack?
Yep.
What am I doing?
Disadvantage, yep.
6, 5. Nope.
It's just over there caressing its cheek. It is okay,
It's doing
sweet
so
summoner
well.
child.
You turn around as you're just, again, absolutely manhandling this mannequin. And you turn around and look at the other kid in your ring. Again, one of them has been knocked out. And this other one is holding their own. He seems to just kind of have a quarterstaff and is just very defensively knocking attacks away. And it seems to little by little is also whittling down their mannequin. Your circle is doing phenomenal.
Is he hurt at all?
I wasn't really paying attention because most of these kids have failed their strength saves every single fucking time, so I wasn't paying attention to HP. No, he has not taken a hit.
Okay. Because I'm a healer.
I'm a healer. All right, and Tamarind, it is up to you.
I'm going to take my mace and just try to go over the top with this thing and just absolutely try to see if I can finish it all.
Crunch.
Yeah, try. We'll see. So this is going to be a true strike with my mace.
Hell yeah.
And... Ooh. 9 misses.
Yeah, it sure does. You've almost put too much ink on it, so you make contact, and then it slips through the ink, and so you don't get the damage to go through.
Don't you hate when that happens? Okay. Do I...
Even my mace slips.
Yeah, that's good for now. That's it.
Okay. Although you have fully been escorted back to the room, and you can tell that, like, they're waiting for the event to be over, and then you're probably going to get a stern talking to.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. That makes total sense.
And then next up is Julian. You've got
All right.
2 mannequins on you, big dog.
God, do I do the cocky thing, or do I stick with the, I think we do the cocky thing. I'm going to not abandon defending myself. I'm going to take my bonus action to continue to dodge. But I'd love to see the reactions from the bullpen.
Okay.
Just as a sort of insight check on this.
Like
what's
on the
happening
crowd
with
or the Legionnaires?
Legionnaires specifically.
Okay, yeah. Give me that insight check.
All right. Fucking 20.
20. Okay. They're all in some way or another more attentive than they were. Eelrender, the Aurelius Legionnaire, is very engrossed in this. It's just a bunch of things hitting other things. He's having the time of his life. And the other ones are very attentively watching very specific points.
Delightful. Would you count that as my action?
You didn't do it at advantage, so no, I'll just give that to you for free.
Okay. Then I suppose. God, what can I be doing here? I will maneuver myself to force them into a position where they would have to either reposition or hit each other.
Okay.
So pressing the distance towards them. And I will make the same 2 attacks into the shoulder joints.
Got you.
Again, the first one, forget about it. The second one.
A 15 misses.
A 15 misses. God, we're so sad.
Actually, for me, 15's hit.
Alright.
No,
Skill issue.
I think I just kind of win. I don't.
I think I just crit every turn.
Yeah.
You should really try it out.
Yeah. Action, bonus action. That'll be it for me.
Gotcha. Cass. It is you and this one dummy left.
How close is this dummy to the edge of the ring?
They're on the opposite. Like, if you were standing at the edge of the ring, you are in melee with it. It is just on the other side of the ring.
Okay. Yeah, he's just gonna try and give it a good old-fashioned punch.
Oh,
Nat 20.
Wonderful. Nice roll.
that's a good old-fashioned punch.
Yeah,
Let's go
and
fess an
as
ass
part of
whooping.
this with Tavern Brawler, he is going to push it back 5 feet from him as
Oh,
well.
yeah.
So we'll deal 9 damage, and then he is pushed back 5 feet.
Bird. You absolutely just square in the chest, clock it, and it skids back that 5 feet. And you see it kind of have to reassemble the joints. It's having a hard time holding itself together.
Awesome. And then I don't have anything for a bonus action, so that'll be my turn.
We come back to the bibbity boobops. Again, let's do. Damn, you guys really just are the fucking main characters. Tamarind, this kid who has been expertly using this quarterstaff to block, dodge, and keep himself. As he goes for a counter hit, the mannequin is just a split second faster and catches him in the hip. And doesn't blow him away like the other kids you've seen, but just barely skids him out of the ring. And he kind of looks down and throws his quarterstaff down and kind of stomps off.
Or loser.
We'll save Julian for last.
Oh.
Cass, this one is just going to make a hit on you. 12? You see the same thing that Julian had seen. The arm joint extends to where it has a 10-foot reach and tries to go for you. And you just kind of back lean it as it swings wide. And the arm rescinds. And then Julian, for the first time this whole combat, you are the first person to have to fight 2 mannequins at once. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
I would love to do such. Hiya! 25!
Holy shit.
A 19
Jesus
on the die.
Christ. Okay. You see the first mannequin, the 2 arms drop, and the orbs that were once its elbow joints reach out and almost like a bola try to grab your legs.
Oh, okay. Oh,
And then
shit.
And in a split second, you were able to not even jump because it happened so fast. You just tuck your knees into your chest to give you that split second where it cannot grab you. And then the other one is just going to try to hit you in the back. 13?
Air. It is all air.
In that, having to tuck your knees into your chest as your body falls, you hear boom as it goes right over your head.
I'm going to continue the tuck into a roll, and I'm going to give it the Catwoman landing. Legs splayed out, hand on the ground,
Yeah.
one hand knife straight back.
Damn. All right, that's the rest of the mannequins. Tamarind, you're up with your last mannequin, and it's pretty beat up. It's taken a couple of hits.
Well, the mace wasn't working, so I'm gonna try to toll the dead on it.
Okay. Bing bong, fuck your life.
Well, that's not good. Wisdom. Oof. Gah.
Succeed!
This one
For the
just
first
does.
time,
This
the
one
whole
does,
encounter.
This one does not want to go down.
Yeah, you bing bong, and it doesn't have a face, so you can't really tell. It just kind of gets back in a fighting stance.
Okay.
And we will circle back to Julian.
Alright, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm gonna take my bonus action to cunning action dodge. God, does this thing return its arms back, or is it just one little
Nope.
limb, little nub?
Yeah, one of the mannequins is now without its forearms.
Great. I'm gonna tug a little bit closer to that one side, and I'm gonna once again try to knife throw on the other one that still has its arms. 20.
20 hits.
D4, nothing fancy. And I am in part trying to goad the one that I've just hit to hit the armless one whenever it goes to attack me.
Okay.
And that'll be the end of my turn.
All right. Cass.
Is the mannequin now outside of the ring, or is it still inside?
They all started outside of the ring.
Okay.
It is just now 5 feet away from. Yeah. No, it would have stepped back up to the line, so
Okay.
it's back within your range.
Yeah, I just don't want to step out of the circle
Right.
to hit it, I guess, is what I want to
Yeah, no. They are not intelligent enough to know to hold distance. It would have stepped back up to where it was told to stand.
Okay.
So it is back in melee with you.
Yeah, he's just gonna fucking smack it again.
Smack it again.
16
just hits.
for 5 bludgeoning damage, and then he's gonna push it again. The fuck away from me! He's just gonna push it back.
As you push it, you again hit it in that exact same spot in the chest, getting ready to kind of shove through to get it to go back, and the torso just shoots back as the rest of the body falls to the ground. As you quite literally punch the chest out of this mannequin.
Fucking sick.
Put in a little flourish, and then he's just gonna kind of step to the middle and then just kind of stretch.
Oh, yeah. You know, give me a performance check.
Uh-oh.
I'll give it to you with advantage,
I will definitely take that.
since you single-handedly basically took out 2 of these mannequins.
Advantage. 8.
Ooh.
My hamstring.
Yeah. Ooh, ow, cramp. Even though it doesn't quite land the way you want, you look up and Kaham Steel Render kind of nods and gives you a little bit of a clap for the attempt.
I'm gonna give him the middle finger.
You do that, and Naireen from the other side starts clapping loud.
The people close to him wouldn't dare.
That's why. Yeah, that's why I'm very far away in the arena.
They'll come get you.
Yeah, he jumps
All right.
down.
Anything else on your turn?
No, that'll be it.
All right. These robots. Julian.
What do you want, man?
We'll come back to you. Just gonna try to hit Tamron. 14?
Nope.
Fuck.
It's a game of attrition.
This was supposed to be
Eventually.
such a short encounter. Nope, just fucking whiffs. Julian, give me another dexterity saving throw.
Oh, is the other one now doing it? God damn it. Heart of the cards. 11?
11 is a fail.
God damn it.
As
Okay.
you throw the dagger at the other one to try to goad it, you realize a folly to turn your back to this thing, thinking it didn't have arms, as you suddenly feel your legs zunk, as there is a basically electric tether wrapped around your legs. And as they are known to do, beat the brakes off of you.
Good. Bring it.
They
Bring it.
there is no roll, there is no check.
No, not Julian's
It is
brakes.
it is a one. It is in this specific instance. If they manage to tether you, the other one gets an automatic crit, in which it extends into your chest and launches you into the far wall. And you take 6 bludgeoning damage as you anime style and are launched into the far wall.
And I'm not gonna gracefully. I'm just gonna crumple.
Oh no!
Right, Tamron.
Hummingbird's cool and all, but if you hit it, it's not.
Yeah, hit it with a baseball bat.
Okay, so I'm kind of a dum-dum, and new character who dis. I forgot I got a cool little mechanic where I have this familiar that could have been giving me the help action on my attack rolls. So
Yeah.
we're gonna do that this time. Familiar is crawling all over me, and it's going to help. And depending on how well it does, I have an idea. Okay, that's a 24, and then I also get to add a D4 again, so that's 8 blood. Oh well, it's actually radiant damage.
Okay. Yeah, 8 is enough. How do you finish this last mannequin?
Cool. So this whole time she's sitting there fighting with this thing and the mace. So this time she goes and pulls the mace up, and it's still kind of stuck in that web. And as she's coming down, the spider that's like on her shoulders, like it's made of like that same inkish material, shoots up, grabs the hammer, and helps pull her down and smash it.
Oh, fuck yes. Full on Spider-Man, just
Yeah.
brack.
Yeah.
It is not glorious, it is not extravagant, but it lands straight on the shoulder into the neck of this mannequin as it takes the hit, tries to reconstitute, and then goes inert.
And then she turns around to look to go help the other person, and then realize that they're not there anymore.
And I believe, yeah, that is it.
Round
The
5?
other rings, either you look around and there are some rings that are surrounded by 4 pristine mannequins, like where they didn't take a single hit, and you're like, we didn't do the worst. And again, Steel Render stands up and claps his hands real loud and goes, well done, you all. Those of you that are injured, losers. But no, for real, we have medical attention. We will take a brief 5-minute intermission where you can get patched up. And then we are on to round 2. You are allowed to drop out, by the way, if this isn't your style, if you can't keep up.
I can see. No, I'm kidding. All that just to get hit
Spine
once.
is broken.
I start hovering over you. Do you need me to heal you?
Oh, God. Do I still have a spleen? It's still there. I can't feel it anymore.
I start
And I couldn't
poking your
feel it in the
spine.
first place.
I was gonna say, I just start poking your flesh.
Oh, God. Stop. You're just bruising me more than that thing did. Ah.
No, trust me, I'm a doctor.
Aren't we the same age?
Yes, you need to really work on your studies.
You all, in various forms, are led back into the kind of holding chamber, where the rest of you see one of the staff being like, listen, just because you got knocked out of the ring doesn't mean that you can set them on fire. You had a really impressive display. You were doing good. And now that just goes away. What, because you wanted to throw a fit?
No, not throw a fit. Sometimes you just gotta go with your gut. Sometimes you just gotta let them know.
I hope the Legionnaires see whatever you're planning, because to us common folk, you just look like an ass. And kind of storms off. Very obviously with a chip on their shoulder for having to staff this event.
Yeah. How'd the rest of you all do?
You should have seen these nice gentlemen that were in my ring. They helped me quite substantially.
Is there a way that we could try to make sure that we are, like, in the same groups as each other?
I don't think so. It's kind of a random pooling.
Maybe there is a way, because if I have an idea. If one of you becomes a willing participant, I'm gonna raise my hand and sort of point to one of you. If you give me a thumbs up, I might be able to do something if it's possible during the next round. That is, if I'm not eliminated. I might not be here for much longer, at least in terms of tryouts, based on the setting so far, but we'll see. So just know, if I point to you and you give me a thumbs up, you are a willing participant and an adjustment of the arcane.
Yeah, no offense, but I think I'll be alright.
I don't know, you seem very weak, very small.
Is that right? Perhaps if there's a part where we go up against each other, you can join my ring.
Oh, that would be very interesting.
Anyways, I did like the fireworks, though. That was... I feel like that was a better performance than most of what all the others did.
It's good to hear.
As you guys
Regardless,
are
you're not
having this-
trying to... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, as you guys are having this conversation, there are medic attendants that will come through and give cure wounds here and there and bring you back to full. It is not long enough for like a full short rest, but you have 5-10 minutes where they are patching willing participants. Anybody who has not dropped up, they will bring you back to full HP.
Awesome.
Nice.
Stack.
Regardless, you're not trying to impress the common folk. I don't think they want plain Jane. They want fireworks.
Oh, I do not...
My thoughts exactly.
I was gonna say, I don't think I have spells.
No, you got neck problems is what you have.
I thought I was doing pretty well, and then suddenly there was 2 of them on me. I'm lucky that I knocked the one out when I did. Otherwise, I would have had all 3 ganging up on me.
Yes, you, unfortunately, I think, drew the shortest of the straws. But,
All's fair, and whatever happened.
I mean, you made it very far for the fact that it was pretty much a 3v1 the whole time. That's got to account for something. I mean, I'm good at locking down a person. I do not think I could lock down a lot of enemies.
Yeah, my brother took out all 3 of the bots, and he kind of dusts himself off and then looks a little annoyed.
Well, I don't know your brother. Wait, is your brother strong? Or was it magic?
I'll never tell.
She just genuinely looks sad. He seems has a frowny face. But you can't tell if it's tears or not. There's just black ink going down her face.
Of course, as there always is. Well, I always get rid of the circles.
No, not my circles.
A circle.
Wait, hold on. I want to be in that circle.
Give me this. Oh,
After about, like I said, 5 or 10 minutes, they announce that the next round is getting ready to start, and anyone who wishes to withdraw to do so now. And you see a decent herd of like 20 to 25 kids kind of get up, rolling their shoulders. That one dude that did a scorpion, like they put him in a neck brace. And they're like walking all out, like just heads hung low. Anyone else that's still willing to duke it out? Good luck. It only gets worse from here. And they walk off. And after about another minute or so, the legionnaire of the dynasty of Corvin stands up, Vamir Uladon. Oh, it was such a good show, but unfortunately, not quite good enough. But there's potential, I see, in some of you. Let's see if you can handle real conflict. This next one, I don't envy the medic team. Well, good luck! And he claps his hands twice, and from the center of the room, 3 or 4 ripples go out into the 4 quadrants, and 15-foot tall stone golems rise out of the ground. This next one is kind of like the first one, but in reverse. You'll be in teams of 5, and your only goal is to get that golem out of the ring. And they snap, and those same rings appear around each of the 4 golems. Do what you must, do what you can. You'll figure it out. And they sit back down, and again, someone comes out, Steel Render, nonplussed. He knows this one isn't going to be people hitting things and looking cool, and so they're just like a normal attendant comes out and they start drawing lots. And the 4 of you are again put on different rings. Cass, as you are standing at the ring, they said they're in teams of 5, and you see only 3 other kids around you, and you're like, maybe it's just an odd number, like, I don't see what the big deal is. And then you start to hear whispers. And they start near your ring, and then in a matter of 10 to 15 seconds, the whole stadium is whispering. Is it really him? Is he going to try out? Is he allowed to try out? What's happening? What's going on here? And then pin silence. As strutting out from a different room, not the same room that the masses were kept in, is a small, young, a young Azamar boy. Very fair skin, couldn't be 17, 18 years old. Golden blonde hair, cut short and kept perfectly. Bright amber eyes peering out with a very soft smile on his face. With a very confident walk as he walks out into the arena. People start cheering and hooting and hollering, and he's waving to the crowd. Very poised, very elegant. A couple people even like throw flowers and like illusory like confetti, and he grabs one of the flowers out of the air, puts his hand over his heart, and bows deeply. And then Kahan Steelrender, again, leaps from his box and lands directly in front of this kid. Pulls out his axe, slams it into the ground, and kneels in front of him. Oh, it's good to see you, boy. Tabris Aurelius reaches up and pats him on the shoulder. It's been too long, friend. Are you sure I'm allowed to try out? Yes, of course you're allowed to try out. You're going to be the captain in no time. This is just a formality, but I wanted you to experience this. Well, if you're so sure, I mean, seems like it is going to be quite a lot of fun. Steelrender claps him on the shoulder hard, and for being like twice his size, Tabris just takes it like a champ. You're gonna do great out there, kid. And he picks up the axe, puts it back on his shoulder, and starts making his way back up to the box. And Tabris Aurelius, the fourth removed direct descendant of Tiberius Aurelius, steps up to your circle, Cass. Tabris, nice to meet you, and he holds out a hand.
Cass is just gonna look at him just like with this almost like look of disgust that just like, God, they need to put you back in whatever test tube you popped out of. And he's just gonna turn his attention to the golem.
Well, that's not a very nice thing to say about my mother, but I'm sure we're going to do great together. They whistle for the round to start, and Tabris pulls a sword out of his back, strikes the golem in the chest, and it flies to the other side of the room. The room goes quiet once again, and he goes, probably not fair for me to have this. And you look down at the sword in his hand, and even as somebody who could not give less of a shit about magic, the potency of the enchantments on this blade can be felt even by you. Sorry, everyone. Can I get to... And a regular long sword comes flying from Steelrender's box and lands, like, shunk into the ground next to him. Thank you! And he puts his sword away and pulls it out of the ground. Good luck. The Legionnaire of House Corvin goes, for fuck's sake, and summons another golem in your circle. Now, does anybody else want to do anything stupid and impressive before we move on? No?
I pull out my sword, and then I'm just kidding.
All right. Best of luck again, I guess not to somebody, as she stares daggers into this 17-year-old boy. Begin! And claps her hands. And that is where we will call it a session for tonight.
Okay.
Because apparently,
I love it. You've made a character I want to immediately murder.
Yeah.
I was like, what in the Nepo, baby?
Straight MC energy.
Oh my god, this fucking guy is. He's said like 20 words. I want him dead. Oh my gosh.
He's just a boy.
The hatred runs deep, alright?
But no, if I continue to roll like I did. The first one I really thought was going to take like maybe 20, 30 minutes, not a whole fucking hour. Because I could not hit you fuckers.
We're too stylish.
We ramping.
I should have been more strict when we rolled stats, it would seem.
To be fair,
Can't
all my
see where the
stats
best there
are
ever
basic.
was.
Do what?
I rolled like point by. So
Yeah. Yeah, I also just didn't roll. I think my highest attack roll that actually landed was like a 15.
I mean,
Again,
you would have crit me.
no, I caught a 20 something. I caught a 20 something from you.
22. Yeah, he got a 22.
That's
Oh,
two,
yeah,
that's
the 122.
2 sessions in a row in this that Adlo's just eating shit, just hard.
I mean,
That's
you
fine.
know,
Yeah, that was
wizard.
rough too because when they land the attack, it's a strength save. DC's
This is
15.
my
but
dub
if,
stat. Look at that.
Right.
That's so crazy.
yeah, but if you fail by 10 or more, it's an immediate knockout.
Hmm. Yeah, all right.
Otherwise, it's just a 5-foot push to kind of make you stay in the center of the circle.
Sure. Yeah. No, I get it.
And you would have crit me.
That is true.
There was a crit out there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna. I had it specifically set up to where if you ever had to 2v1 the mannequins, they had that Tesla lock thing that gave the other one an immediate crit, and I thought that was gonna come up a lot faster than it did. So I thought it was just gonna be knock out all the cannon fodder, get you guys hit a couple of times, and then bing bash bosh, and we'd be done with the encounter.
No. Well, it was a great game, everybody.
Yeah.
I agree.
Thank you all again so much for coming in. I will be back next week. I will have to write a lot faster than I usually do. And then from there, again, me and Ethan are going to be alternating with whatever he has cooked up. I can't remember the name of it. God, I am turning into Tam. Holy shit. And then, speaking of Tam, The Price of Peace. The Untold Story and The Price of Peace.
There you go.
Nailed it.
His is
and then,
a Syrian Academy.
Yeah.
Yeah, just copy. Change the homework so it looks.
Yeah, just change it so that they don't notice. And then again, every Saturday from 8:30 to 11 Central, we have The Ties That Bind, DM'd by our lovely Tam, which is our weekly campaign. And yeah, thank you all so much for coming in.